Hey, Daniel, did you get the good news?
What good news? Oh, yeah, I finally managed to cancel my subscription to some stupid news site I forgot about. They're a bunch of scammers, I'm telling you, kept trying to weasel the way out of it until I threatened to sue. Now that got them moving.
I'm glad to hear that you got that sorted out, but didn't you get any other good news? Anything come to mind?
No, nothing at all.
I guess Misty forgot to tell you then. She's pregnant now.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Wonderful.
Forgive me if I'm being rude, but
if you have to start off like that, then you are planning to be rude.
It's just that I thought you'd be more excited. Your daughter will be having a child of her own soon.
I said wonderful, didn't I? What more do you want from me?
It's gonna be your first grandchild.
And it'll also be your child.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, don't think too deeply into it. I'm sure my wife will be thrilled to hear.
Believe me, we know. She told us she couldn't stop crying.
I'd like to cry for a different reason.
Seriously? What is this? Why do you keep throwing shade at me?
I'm very happy for you.
Was that so hard to say? Thank you. Misty was hoping you'd be pleased as well.
Certainly.
It's still pretty early in the pregnancy, so we don't know the gender yet. But whatever it ends up being, we'll accept it with open arms.
Sure, great. At any rate, I have to help the old woman cook.
You help out with chores? Since when?
Oh, shut up. In other words, I'll be too busy to talk to you. Goodbye.
Oh, I suppose I'll be talking to you another time then.
Hello, Jordan. Do you happen to be at home right now by any chance? I'd like you to do me a favor.
Hey, Daniel. I am actually. Do you need something from me?
It's actually for Mary, not me. I'm running some errands right now and I'm not home. My wife isn't home either, so I need you to cook for her. You're actually a good cook, right? Unlike my daughter.
That's rude towards Misty, isn't it? She's been trying really hard to learn how to cook for our child, so she can pack him good school lunches and send him off with a nutritious breakfast.
I don't remember asking nor caring about anything you just said. Anyway, Mary should be hungry by now, so please make her something, will you? I'm sure she'd love some mac and cheese. Oh, and none of that Kraft crap. I don't know much about motherly nutrition since I'm a man, but I just bet that processed garbage would be bad for the baby.
Mac and cheese? Right now? And I can't make the instant kind?
Of course not. Are you insane?
But dinner is in a couple of hours. She'd get full by then. If it was instant mac and cheese, it'd be fine since it's not very filling. But if I make the real deal, it might be too heavy. How about something lighter, like a fruit bowl with yogurt or something? I'm sure that would be plenty nutritious for the baby, since that's what you're worried about, right? Besides, can't she cook for herself? Or can't I ask Misty to bring a take-and-bake meal or something from the supermarket during her lunch break? I need to take care of Maxwell today, and Mary's a grown woman. I need to be with my son. He's too young to be left alone. You should know that.
What are you coddling him for? He's a man. He doesn't need to have someone like you around to be watching him. He can take care of himself.
Respectfully, sir, he's 6 years old.
Besides, complaining about Mary being too full for dinner is absurd. There's no way she won't be able to eat dinner.
Why's that?
Isn't that obvious? You really are dense. She's pregnant. She needs to not only fuel herself, but the baby too. Plus, pregnancy cravings are a real thing. Just tell Maxwell to watch some cartoons like every other parent does. I'd appreciate it greatly if you could prioritize and take care of your sister-in-law who's pregnant and is in dire need of assistance. What if her baby dies from starvation? Would you like that? It'd all be your fault.
Huh? How did things escalate to that? There's no way she'll starve just because I didn't make her some mac and cheese before dinner and spoil her appetite.
Please, just do stop it already. Stop talking back.
Okay, fine. I guess I don't have a choice. But I'm surprised you're going this far for Mary when she's your daughter-in-law.
Of course I deeply consider her care. Even if we're not related by blood, she's Karen, my grandchild. I need to ensure that she carries it safely.
Even though you didn't treat Misty with the same care? You didn't even visit her in the hospital.
So what? She's a grown woman now. Besides, I did eventually see you two and meet that baby of yours.
That baby who is your first grandchild?
What, you want me to pick favorites now?
You know what? I'll drop this and move on. But really, I don't think mac and cheese would be a good idea since it's only a few hours before dinner. It's not like she specifically requested it either, right? You're just assuming she wants it.
Of course she does. I spend so much time with her. Of course I'd know what she wants.
Still, no one can read minds no matter how much time they spend with one another. Plus, don't you think she's been gaining too much weight recently anyway? I'm genuinely worried for her. If she keeps putting on more weight, it won't be healthy for the baby either. I'm not saying she needs to be stick thin or anything, that should be obvious. But she should at least be healthy by the time she delivers her baby.
You're so stupid. We're both men, but even I know something as basic that women are supposed to gain weight during pregnancy. You think babies are as light as a feather? She's carrying a whole other person inside of her stomach. Besides, any extra fat she has is storing extra energy for the baby. Didn't you learn anything from when Misty was pregnant?
I mean, like I said, I don't expect her to be stick thin or anything. I'm not stupid.
Misty gained quite a bit of weight, but I didn't see you worrying about her one bit. What, you don't care about your own wife? Or did you just not want to hurt her feelings, but you're totally fine hurting the feelings of your sister-in-law?
It's true that she gained weight, but Mary's weight gain isn't the typical stuff you'd normally get during pregnancy. It's clear that she's gained more than 30 pounds in a short amount of time. There is no way that is healthy. Plus, she's always eating McDonald's, and she doesn't exercise at all. She spends all her time laying on the couch. She's almost unrecognizable from before she was pregnant.
How much ruder can you be? You really are just being cruel to her all because she isn't your wife. Besides, she took up our offer to let her live with us until she delivers the baby so that we can help her take care of it. So just let her do what she wants, will you? She's pregnant, and that takes up a lot of energy too. Of course she wouldn't have the motivation to do anything but lay on the couch. My own wife spent a lot of time resting as well. Although she did still do the chores and whatnot, but still.
See, your wife did actually do stuff around the house. I think it's totally fine to rest if you need it, but Mary seriously only eats and sleeps. She's just a couch potato. Oh, come on, you have to admit it would be good for her to get some exercise, right? It would definitely be good for the baby. At least do some yoga or something to get her circulation going. She could develop blood clots or pulmonary emulsions if she doesn't move more.
What, are you a doctor? How about you mind your own business, capiche? Last I checked, you're not a dietitian or a nurse, so you have no right to be talking about anything like you're some kind of expert. Besides, she's dealing with a lot of stress right now. We need to be there for her to help her through this difficult time. Is that so wrong?
I'm just concerned for the health of Mary and her baby, honest. I may also not be related to her by blood, but we are still considered family. Of course I care deeply for her safety and well-being.
Well, I suppose it's good that you admit you at least care about her. I appreciate your concern, but she doesn't need any of your help since my wife and I are the ones taking care of her. Got that? So just mind your own business and do as I told you to do. Do you understand? You wouldn't talk back to your father-in-law, would you? That'd make you out to be an extremely rude person.
Fine, I understand. So, it's mac and cheese then? Is that still what you want me to make for her, or can I make something else?
Like I said. Yes, did I not make myself clear enough already? But she also has a sweet tooth, so you'd better prepare some sort of dessert for her as well.
What? So she really is going to be eating a whole meal so close to dinner time? Oh man.
I didn't ask for lip. If you weren't so busy talking back to me, you could have been halfway done with the cooking by now.
Sorry, no talking back, right, I got it. Well, do you at least know how to make the cheese sauce? I'll need to make sure that I have the ingredients. Also, does she want anything special in it? Just checking, are you sure I can't use the instant stuff? That would really make my life a lot easier.
Of course not. You don't know what chemicals they're putting in that crap. The baby is going to come out with 3 eyes if she eats that nuclear waste. Besides, what are you asking me for? I don't know, so don't ask me. Ask her yourself.
Well, I know she can be a little picky sometimes, and you seem to insist to know her despite the fact that you didn't raise her or anything. That's why you keep insisting I make mac and cheese for her specifically. I just want to make sure I'm making her what she wants.
God, all you're good for is seriously just talking back to me, huh? If you want to make sure you'll be making her what she wants, then just ask her your goddamn self. What better person to ask than the person in question?
But she isn't with you right now, is she?
No, I'm by myself right now. Didn't I tell you earlier? I'm not home right now. That's the whole reason I'm asking you to cook for her in my stead. As of right now, I'm in line to buy her these gourmet cupcakes that Mary asked me to get.
But didn't you just say you didn't want me to buy anything for her because there'd be toxic chemicals?
Are you talking back to me?
She didn't come with you or anything?
She said she wanted to take a nap, so she's home right now.
What? Shouldn't she just have come with you? Even if it's just to the grocery store or something. I can't remember the last time that she left the house. She needs to get some fresh air already, please.
And force her to tag along with me when she's so exhausted? No way. That girl needs all the rest that she can get, and if she needs a nap, then God, she is gonna have it. Oh, that poor girl.
If she's in her room, then why didn't she just come out and tell me this in person? I'm literally in the living room.
Are you seriously trying to make a pregnant woman walk all the way to the living room?
The living room is right down the hall. Her room's the second closest to it.
Just let her rest.
Fine, I kinda see your point, but staying in her room can't possibly be healthy at all. If you're buying her cupcakes anyway, does she really need me to make her all this food? Her dessert can't be those cupcakes you're making. Why does she need 2 desserts before dinner? She is gonna be having dinner, right? If not, I can omit her portion tonight.
Of course you can't omit her portion. No, also, she just sent me a text.
What did she say?
She said she loves me and can't wait until I get home. She said she wants steak too now. My goodness, she must be starving. You heard me. You can't let that girl and her baby starve, can you? That'd be too heartless, even for you. I know all you're good for is complaining, but please cook her something already.
Cupcakes, mac and cheese, steak, and some more dessert? Seriously, there is no way that she'll be able to eat dinner.
I thought I've made this clear already enough, Jordan. Just do what I say. Don't make this more complicated than it needs to be. You should honestly be obeying me without question. You're lucky I'm such a nice man because plenty of father-in-laws out there would not stand for this sort of terrible behavior. You should be grateful that I'm willing to tolerate you.
Still, to me, it honestly seems like she's just getting lazy at this point. I am genuinely getting concerned about her well-being. Hey, do you know if the doctors have told her anything about her weight? She's not even in the normal weight range, even for a pregnant person. Surely they must have told her to lose some weight, no?
Excuse me? Are you seriously trying to imply that Mary's fat?
I mean, I guess some people might find that a harsh word. But I mean, just look at her. You can't deny that she's overweight. It's a fact.
How many times do I have to say it before it gets through your thick skull? Weight gain in pregnancy is a normal thing. It's not her fault. She can't control it.
Certainly, I agree, but it's only up to a certain point, right? She's getting further and further away from just being fat or overweight. She's actually inching closer to being straight up obese. Gaining that much weight in such a short period of time is not healthy. It's not good for the baby either.
How many times must I say it's none of your business? You don't understand what she's going through. You're basically a stranger to us.
Excuse me? A stranger? Where is this even coming from?
I never told you this, but I think it's finally time to be honest with you. My wife was not the one to give birth to you. She gave birth to Misty. You're not really my son. I suppose Mary might not technically be my daughter either, but with how close our bond is, she might as well be. And as a father and someone who spent as much time with her as I have, I know what's best for you. Unlike you, I'm a capable man.
Excuse me? Who are you to say that to me? Besides, you said so yourself. She's not your real daughter either, but you're picking favorites and conveniently making an exception for her?
You know, I think I heard Maxwell crying in his room the other day. I think he's getting picked on at school.
Yeah? There's no way. He had a play date with his friend last weekend. And he gets along well with his classmates in general. It must have been something else that made him cry. Why was your first assumption that he was being picked on at school anyway? Did he say that to you?
Well, that's obviously because... Well, I never wanted to say this, but I really think Maxwell should get some plastic surgery someday.
Excuse me?
You say he gets along with his other classmates, but he only has one real friend, right? Although even that's questionable. Are you sure the other children aren't just taking pity on him? Maybe he can tell that they're obviously just tolerating him because of how he looks, and that's why he is so depressed all the time. What do you think? He also needs a nose job to fix his big nose. He definitely got that from you, by the way. And I think some braces would help him fix those crooked teeth. Also, clearly from your genetics. With those teeth, the kids will think he came from a family of poor bums who don't know how to take care of themselves.
Did you really just call my son ugly? He's your grandson. How could you say such things? You're horrible. I've met his classmates. They seem like good kids, and they don't have any trouble incorporating him into their playtime. Same goes for his friend. And they never make fun of his appearance or anything. He's just a normal kid.
Well, biologically, then yes, he is my grandson, but I feel so much more related to Mary's child just because I actually have a good relationship with the mother. You and I might be considered family now, but you're nothing more than a stranger to me. We're not related at all in mind, body, and soul.
What kind of a logic is that? Mary's kid isn't even born yet. Forget me then, but Maxwell was birthed by the woman your wife gave birth to. He's your daughter's child. So why do you have such hatred towards him? What did he do wrong? I don't care what you said about me, but you are Maxwell's grandfather, and I will not be having you speak this way about him. It is way too cruel.
No, it's nothing about hatred. I feel no such thing towards him. It's just that... I think it's you. You're the problem. Even if he's related to Misty, I think he looks more like you than Misty, and that's just something that bothers me. He doesn't look right. I just don't see him as my grandson. You know how it is, don't you? How mothers in nature will seemingly randomly reject their own child because something is off about them? That's how I feel.
What are you even talking about?
He acts like a spoiled brat, too. He is so rude to me. Have you even bothered trying to teach him any manners? Or are you trying out that gentle parenting crap?
Rude? What do you mean? He's usually a very well-behaved kid.
He doesn't look me in the eye when I'm talking to him. He doesn't say hello when he comes back from school. The list just goes on and on.
Well, I don't think any of that is particularly egregious, but have you ever considered that maybe there's a reason for that?
Are you saying that it's my fault then? I will not be allowing you to blame this on me.
To put it bluntly, you don't have a nice attitude yourself either. You say he won't look you in the eyes or say hello, but it's not like you give him the time of day either. Even if he does try to talk to you, you just ignore him. I've seen you do it. You don't ask him how he's doing or even show that you care. You never come to his school events when we invite you. You even loudly eat snacks in front of him without offering anything. Maxwell told me yesterday that you and Mary were enjoying a nice cake together while he got absolutely nothing. He asked you for some, but you told him that it was only for you two and that he didn't deserve to have any. Come to think of it, maybe that's the real reason he was crying in his room the other day. Not that he was getting picked on.
He told you about that? Oh, that little snitch. He should have been a good boy and kept his mouth shut about it. He's a total good-for-nothing. I'm telling you, just like you.
Snitch? So it really is true then. Why would you do that? It is so cruel. What kind of a person would do that to his own grandson? You're tormenting him.
Oh, if you think this is torment, then you haven't seen anything yet. Oh, come on, it's not a big deal. It was just a joke.
I even heard it was his favorite cake. You went out of your way to buy his favorite cake and eat it in front of him, telling him he didn't deserve it. You refused to even share when he politely asked you. You know how much he loves red velvet. I'm positive you did it on purpose. That pitiful brat looked like he was about to cry. It was funny. His face is so ugly already, so when he cries, it's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. As if a face could manage to look any uglier, he could win an award for the ugliest child ever. Besides, it's just a cake. I don't know what the big deal is. If he cries over a cake, that's pathetic. He's a man, so he should act like one. I think he must have had an attachment problem to food if that upsets him so much. He needs to grow up. Maxwell is a 6-year-old little boy. How do you expect a child to react when someone excludes him like that? Children are simple-minded. You can't tell him to man up either when he's not even in 2nd grade yet. It was funny though. Did you know he has an extremely ugly crying face? I should have taken a video of it and posted it to YouTube or something. It would have gone viral for sure. That is not okay at all. Not only is it cruel, but you'd be exploiting a child. You should be ashamed of yourself. Viral my butt. It'd go viral because everyone would be able to see what a horrible person you are to be using a child's anguish like that. What is wrong with you? How many times do I have to tell you this? It was a joke. Mary found it funny too. Well, then that makes 2 of you because no one else finds that funny. And jokes are supposed to be funny. We were just having a good time as father and daughter-in-law. I missed her while she was gone, and we wanted to have a good laugh together. And what better way than to make an ugly little boy cry his eyes out by buying his favorite cake and eating it in front of him? Aren't there other things that you could be doing for a good laugh than to torment my son? Really? Torment? You're overreacting. I'm not some mean and cold-hearted person. Besides, he's not my grandson anyway, so I don't feel any attachment towards him. Yes, he is your grandson, whether you like it or not, and you're his grandfather. What is wrong with you? What is going on in your head? Oh, shut your trap. Don't you dare talk to me like that. Know your place. It's like ever since Mary got pregnant and came home, you've been acting especially cold towards us. You didn't change any when Misty was pregnant, so what gives? What caused this drastic change? I just realized who my real family is, that's all. Don't do this to Maxwell, please. He's an innocent child who doesn't deserve to be treated like this. He's only 6 years old, for God's sake. Have a heart. Don't tell me what to do. You're just a freelancing bum who does the chores sometimes like a housewife. How embarrassing and unmanly. All you do is write up little silly articles that no one reads, do all the housework and chores. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all you are. I'm your father-in-law, so you need to listen to me. So that's it, huh? This is how you perceived me this whole time? Yes, and I haven't been proven wrong yet. You think that you can say whatever you want just because my wife acts nice around you sometimes? She has been kind to me from the very beginning, and I can't thank her enough. It's too bad she isn't here right now, due to her taking a long trip with some friends of hers. Right. And since she's not here, she's free from your gnarly claws. You can't manipulate her like you always do. Excuse me? Manipulate her? In what world do I do that? I would never do such a thing. She treats me like a member of her own family even though we're not blood related, and I respect her a lot. You just want our money, don't you? Since you don't have any family to rely on yourself, right? How pathetic. That's not true at all. I don't care about money. So there is no way I married Misty just for that. You've been sneaky with her lately, haven't you? Don't worry, I know what you're up to. You're not slick. You're just imagining things. Plus, I heard that she's been busy with work, and I don't want to bother her, so I haven't gone out of my way to talk to her as much since I don't want to add to her stress. I just do my best to take care of Maxwell so that she can focus on her own things. Oh, alright, she is about to go on a business trip soon. When will that be? In a few days.
Good. I hate it when she and Catherine would take your side all the time. Maybe it's good that we're having this conversation without them in the picture. Catherine's already gone and Misty will be gone soon too, and Mary's here with me. I can say and do whatever I please. So you're gonna be playing by my rules now.
I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of this. I never did anything to you.
You married my daughter and had a kid tainted with your blood. That's what you did. And from now on, you don't get to talk back to me, young man. Anyway, it's getting late and I need to go buy some cupcakes. Just go and cook Mary some food, will you?
Fine.
Didn't Maxwell have a talent show for school today?
Yes, it's from 6 p.m. I was hoping you'd come too for once. Well, will you be showing up?
Don't be silly. Why would I do that? I'm not going.
Why bring it up then?
Just to express my opinion that having a talent show for a 6-year-old is the most pointless event possible. Talent? 6-year-old kids can barely go to the bathroom on their own. What talents could they possibly have?
He's playing the piano in front of a large audience all by himself. It'd mean a lot to him if his family is there to support him.
I don't care about him performing piano, whatever. What's so fun about that anyway? Listening to a 6-year-old do anything is torture. I bet he's gonna mess up and start crying with that ugly face of his. And I don't want people to know that I'm technically related to such an ugly little boy, even though I don't claim him.
Don't say that. You're his grandfather. Oh, why do you have to be so bitter?
What? What do you want me to do? I'm busy. I have to take care of Mary and make sure she's doing all right. I can't leave a pregnant woman all by herself. Shouldn't you understand that, you cold-hearted imbecile?
Okay, I get it. Don't start insulting me.
Also, I should let you know now that I left your stuff outside the front entrance.
Huh? What stuff do you mean?
It was such a hassle, so much work. I may be a man, but I've gotten a bit weaker in my old age, but that can't be helped. I had an important job to do. And I couldn't ask Mary for help, of course, so I had to do it all by myself. I am exhausted. Talk about a workout.
Hey, what are you even talking about? What is this about leaving my stuff by the front entrance?
Oh, right. I should let you know that I gave your fancy stuff to Mary. Your watches, your fancy gadgets, your rings, your clothes. They're not yours anymore.
You did what? Seriously? What are you even talking about? Stop ignoring me, please, and explain.
Are you dumb? I can't believe I have to explain it to you. I threw away all of your belongings along with Maxwell's stuff. I put it outside of our house.
What? Why would you do that? How dare you touch my stuff without asking?
I'm taking the initiative to kick you guys out once and for all. I don't want you guys living with us anymore.
What? You're kidding, right? What kind of a sick joke is this? You're not only kicking me out, but Maxwell too? What did he ever do to you? Oh, this is ridiculous.
What? I just don't like you guys being around. You guys do nothing but give me a headache and stress, and we all know that stress shortens lifespans. And I would like to prevent mine from shortening as much as I can. Plus, I have my first real grandchild on the way, Mary's baby. Oh, I can't wait to become a real grandfather. I was initially half excited when Misty had first gotten pregnant, but after a while I realized I couldn't accept a child that had your genes after all. The fact that I thought I could fool myself into thinking I could was just me coping. So I don't need that Maxwell of yours. You can keep him.
How could you say that? You can't just get rid of people in your life like this just because you feel like it, especially if they're your family. Why don't we talk this through like real adults? What are you gonna do after kicking us out?
You two are strangers to me. We're not family, so I can do with you what I want. And like I said, being around you guys gives me so much stress and anxiety, and it puts stress on Mary as well when she's supposed to stay relaxed to help ensure that she has a safe delivery. In other words, this is for the sake of Mary and my mental health. I should hope you understand.
Okay, how exactly do we cause your stress and anxiety? Why are you acting like the victim here? Nothing is making any sense. We're affecting your mental health, so you think it's okay to make a child homeless all of a sudden?
It doesn't matter. That's something you need to find out for yourselves and reflect upon it so you don't burden anyone else ever again. It's your entire existence that disturbs the peace of this house. Mary is saying that it's affecting her pregnancy too, so I need you guys out. I need to prioritize my daughter-in-law the most. I have to protect her from all the toxicity you bring into our home. Anyway, I will be having the two of you out of my house by tomorrow morning. If not, I'll be taking some serious measures. And don't say I didn't warn you. I'll even get the police involved if I have to.
But I can't just leave so soon.
Oh, right, silly me, I almost forgot. You don't have anywhere else to go. You don't have a family. Your parents disowned you because you didn't want to get a proper job.
They didn't want to support my dreams, that's all. But you do understand my situation then, yeah? Otherwise you wouldn't have said that. So please, don't do this to us. If you want us to leave so bad, then fine. But at least give us some time until we can find a new place to live. You can't make a child homeless.
I can. Watch me.
You're unbelievable. Do you even have a heart?
It's not like it's my problem, though. It's not my fault that you don't have a family and that you can't manage to give your child a home. Parents are so irresponsible nowadays. They pop kids out one after the other when they don't even have the means to take care of it. What is our society coming to?
This is your own daughter's child too, you know.
Speaking of which, you better not contact Catherine or Misty about this. None of that really matters, because even if you did, they're not going to help you.
Why not?
Because Mary texted them that you've been harassing her this entire time that she's been visiting. What a horrible person you are. And she told them that after I scolded you two, you decided to up and leave because you refused to behave yourself.
That's not true at all. Why would you guys lie about such a thing? How awful you are. No, there is no way that they would believe you. Even if you are their family, so am I, and they know the kind of person that I am. They know that I wouldn't do such a thing like this. They'd know right away that there's something up.
Oh, do they now? Well, Mary's taken acting lessons all her life, so I'm not sure it wouldn't be any trouble at all to convince them. She's also an excellent writer. So I think there's no doubt they would believe us. Also, don't even try to come back into the house because it's not gonna work. Unless you commit a crime and break in by force. But if you do that, then I'll have every right to call the police on you, and then that child of yours will really be in trouble. Imagine a young child with a criminal as a daddy. All the kids would definitely be picking on him in school.
I won't have to be doing that because I still have the keys to the house.
Oh, those, don't worry. I've considered that. That's why I've changed the lock on the front door, so your keys won't be working anymore. They're useless now.
What the hell? You did that? All for this? I can't believe it. I can't believe you're willing to go this far.
You can't be trusted. Who knows? You might sneak into the house one day and do something. I'm sure you're just jealous that I treat Mary and her unborn child better than you and that weasel you call a son.
I'm not jealous, but I don't think that you should be picking favorites.
I thought it was best that I prepare myself for the worst and do what I can to ensure that I'd remain safe from barbarians like you. Honestly, I have been wanting to do this for years now, and finally, I got my chance. Since the two of you were out of the house, I thought that this was the perfect moment to make my move. No point in stalling it any longer than I had to. I'm so glad I did. We can now live in peace. Finally. The evil dragon and its ugly child has been slain.
You're so evil, Daniel. I can't believe you do this to us. No, I can't believe you would do this to a child.
I just did what had to be done. You can't blame me. Now, you guys go and enjoy your life as a couple of homeless bums, okay? Live a life where you won't have to burden the people around you and die quietly. I think there's a soup kitchen not far from us, and a homeless shelter a bus ride away. Maybe you can beg the driver to let you on for free, or sneak on. Those are a few options. Aren't I generous, huh? I couldn't give you nothing at all. Now, good luck.
Fine, we'll leave as soon as we pack our things. What you didn't give to Mary, that is. I don't think it's good for Maxwell to be living with such awful people anyway. You'd be a terrible influence, and I'd hate for him to turn out anything like you.
Excuse me?
What? Do you honestly think that you're in the right here? Do you think you're someone who could be considered a role model who should be respected? No, I think you guys know what I mean, and we don't need your tormenting in our lives anymore. So it'll be a relief on our end to get you out of our hair once and for all.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I see, so that's how it is. Look at you trying to act all tough when I know you're freaking out in your mind right now. I mean, you've got no family to rely on, and you don't even have a place to stay. Do you even have any friends?
Don't worry, we'll figure things out. We'll manage one way or another.
It better not be somewhere around the neighborhood. I don't want people to know. It'll be so embarrassing. Go to the other part of town where no one will recognize you and beg for spare change over there if you're so desperate to live.
Sure, whatever. Thanks for everything.
Have a nice life, because I'm sure we will. And good luck. You're gonna be needing it. Jordan, where are you right now?
Oh, hey Daniel, long time no see. Did you miss me? Well, I'm glad to see you're doing well. It's so nice to be able to finally hear from you. How's the baby? I'm sure you're having a great time with your first real grandchild, huh?
You're so obnoxious with your sarcasm as always. What are you being so giddy for, you creep?
What reason would I not be?
I hardly have the time to humor your inane behavior right now. Anyway, Misty rarely comes home these days. It's beginning to concern me a little.
Oh, bummer. I wonder why that could be.
She used to come visit me at least like 3 times a week, but now I haven't been seeing her at all.
Oh no, whatever will you do? Do you think she disappeared? Went poof? Do you want to file a missing persons report?
Your behavior is making me suspicious. Don't tell me you're behind this.
No, I would never.
I bet you're manipulating her, and that's why she refuses to come home now. Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
All jokes aside, seriously, cut it out already. I would never do such a thing. If you're wondering where she is, then that's easy. She's right here next to me. Well, do you have a problem with that? Do you have a problem with the fact that the wife I love very much is in the same room as me instead of you? Because I think that is something that's perfectly normal of a married couple, don't you?
She's with you?
Of course, that's what it means to be married. You're often alone together.
But why isn't she talking to me then? If she's with you, then she should be able to spare a word for me. Yet she hasn't. Why is that?
I wonder.
This is betrayal. I can't believe she'd choose you over me. I'm her father. You know what? That's fine. Misty made the mistake of marrying you and producing such a ugly little boy. And combined with this sort of terrible disrespect towards me, I might as well disown her. She isn't my daughter anymore. I've never known such a woman like her in my entire life.
Wow, you really are something else.
Mary's my real daughter now, and so long as I have her by my side, I'm fine.
If you consider her your real daughter now, but she's married to your actual blood-related son, then isn't that kind of...
Kind of what?
Kind of Sweet Home Alabama-like?
I don't know what stupid nonsense you're spewing now, but I don't find that funny in the least, whatever that means. Anywho, Mary gave birth to a delightful little boy very recently. His name is Anthony. Oh, and he is such a baby angel. It's like he was blessed by the heavens.
Good for you.
He's the cutest baby I've ever seen. He just makes my heart swell with joy. I want to spoil him with all the gifts I can manage. And I just know he's going to grow up and become one handsome young lad. Unlike Maxwell, of course.
That's great. I'm happy for you guys. Childbirth isn't any easy task, so I'm glad that Mary managed to pull through all right. I remember it was pretty rough on Misty. Not that you cared enough to visit her while she was in the hospital.
Now, why would I have needed to do that if she isn't my daughter? Anyway, it is great, isn't it? I was hoping you'd get a little more excited than that, though. I get to become a real grandfather now. Woohoo! Now that is something to celebrate, isn't it?
You don't even know how to be a grandfather. You're a fake, grumpy, terrible old man. You want to parade around the title without knowing what it means to be a true grandfather? And how would I be excited when you guys kicked us out of the house? It's not like I wished Mary ill, and I genuinely did hope that she'd be able to carry the baby to term safely. But that is the extent of my excitement, because it's not like we're even family anymore. We're pure strangers. What do you want from me anyway? Are you texting me only to brag about your new grandson and nothing else? You just wanted to rub salt in the wound?
Oh, don't be so bitter, my goodness. Who woke up on the wrong side of the bed today? It seems like you've forgotten your manners. Hoops? Not that you've had any to forget in the first place. Silly me. Uncultured swine who come from a poor, barely educated background couldn't possibly have any manners anyway.
Hardy har har.
Anyway, I am messaging you for another reason.
Uh-huh.
There was something I wanted to ask you.
Okay, so what is it then? Please don't keep wasting my time and just get straight to the point.
Fine, it's about Catherine. She hasn't come home from her long-term trip with her friends. She was supposed to be coming home this Monday. But it's already Friday and she's still not home, which is strange because she usually keeps her word. She won't even return my calls anymore. Have you heard anything from her? I'm beginning to get pretty worried. Maybe her plane crashed or something and she's dead now.
I highly doubt it.
Yes, that couldn't be. Airplanes are one of the safest modes of transportation, and if one just fell out of the sky, it'd be all over the news. Oh, would you look at that? I just got a response from one of her friends who I had reached out to regarding her. I was right, she shouldn't be missing according to what she told me. They landed at the airport and parted ways on a friendly note, and they even took a picture together. I just don't know where she's at now. Did she get lost? But she's used that airport so many times, and she normally has me drive her. But she hasn't even contacted me to ask for me to pick her up. Oh, where could she possibly be?
Oh well, that's because Catherine is staying with us right now. That's also how I didn't think her plane crashed or anything for a second. Unless it's her ghost that's with us now. If that's the case, then rest in peace, Catherine.
What?
Do you have a problem with that too? Oh, you're so picky. Does that come with old age automatically? I'd hate to become like you once I'm retired.
Of course I have a problem with that. I have loads of problems with that. How come no one told me about this? You'd better explain yourself, young man. What is Catherine doing with you guys? Why hasn't she told me anything? There's no reason for her to ignore me.
I'm so sorry for disobeying you for the umpteenth time. I'm such a bad son-in-law. Oh wait, but I'm not your son-in-law anymore, so I can't feel too bad. So even though you told me to not bother talking to Catherine or Misty, I immediately called your wife after you kicked us out of the house. And I told her everything about what was going on too, if you were worried that I had actually kept my mouth shut. I told her about how you were scheming with Mary and removed all of our stuff without our permission, and how you gave away all my nice things to Mary too. And then Catherine was kind enough to offer to let us stay in her friend's hotel room for free. They were totally cool with it. Not only that, but she provided us with free meal services too, so we wouldn't have to keep relying on a soup kitchen to be able to eat. And it was actually really good food too. I really can't complain.
So you really went and told her? After I specifically told you not to?
Yep. Are you angry?
No, I'm not angry. I am furious. You little snitch. And isn't Catherine's friend's hotel one of the most expensive hotels in the city?
Yep, that's right.
I can't believe it. That's not fair. You're just using her so you can get to live it up and avoid the life of homelessness that you've always deserved. You don't get to cheat fate like that.
Fate my butt. Although, it's not like I even had a choice. You know I had nowhere else to stay. Plus, you were the one who kicked us out. And I'm not just gonna lie there and just meekly accept the hand that we've been given. I need to do what I can for the sake of my son, and if that meant I had to reach out to someone who could help me, then I would never hesitate to do such a thing.
Unbelievable. All for the sake of one ugly duckling.
By the way, Catherine was absolutely furious what she had heard about what you'd done. I'd actually turned them down at first. I just wanted a more humble place to stay, not a 5-star hotel. But Catherine was the one who encouraged us to stay at the hotel until we could finally find a new place to live. She insisted, in fact. And with how insistent she was, I didn't have the heart to turn her down. Ultimately, I did feel a little out of place there, but Maxwell had such a good time trying to figure out all the food room service brought up to us and exploring the halls.
I can't believe they'd do all this behind my back without saying a word. Besides, even if she decided to help you get a 5-star hotel to stay at, that doesn't explain why she's with you instead of me. That doesn't make any sense. She's my wife. She needs to be with me, not her daughter and her good-for-nothing husband.
Oh, don't worry about her. She said she'll be staying with us for the rest of her life from now on.
Huh? No, wait. I shouldn't even bother believing you. She's my wife. There is no way she'd choose you over me. We've been married for the past 35 years. God, why won't she talk to me? If she needs to say something to me, she should be doing it in person. What's even going on there? I don't understand anything that's happening.
Well, since she just got back from her trip with her friends, she still needs some time to settle in, you know? She was busy having a lot of fun with friends, but now she has to get a few things done. She said she'll at least talk to you once she finishes up a few things and gets a chance. She still has a couple of side gigs, so she's got emails and stuff to answer. You know how it is.
No, just hold on a goddamn second. I'm not okay with any of this. Why is she making all these decisions by herself? Again, she's my wife. You know what? I don't care whatever she says. There is no way I'm letting you move back into our home. If that's what this is all about, I don't want to live with you ever again.
Oh, don't worry. There's no need for you to stress over anything like that since it looks like we're completely on the same page here. You couldn't even pay me to live with you again, so needless to say, I don't have the intention of coming back and living with you of all people. I have better things to do with my time, and Maxwell deserves better than to live with you two.
Okay, so what then? What are you guys trying to say? If you don't want to move back in with us, then what's the point in all of this? What's the end goal here?
Catherine, Maxwell, Misty, and I will be living together as one family from now on. And you won't be in the picture at all. You won't be part of our family.
Okay. We've already established that I've disowned Misty, Maxwell, and you, but I haven't gotten rid of Catherine. So she's still coming back, isn't she?
Isn't it obvious at this point, or are you really just that stupid?
You have no right to be calling me names, young man. Who do you think you are?
Well, I think I can talk to you how I want at this point since we're only strangers now. And pretty soon you'll be out of my life altogether. We'll really have no need to contact each other ever again.
What do you mean by that? Are you trying some more funny business with my wife?
I can't believe I have to explain myself further than this. I really thought that you would have gotten it by now.
Oh, just shut up and tell me already.
I mean, I've been giving you a lot of hints here and there. Ultimately, I think it's something Catherine wanted to tell you in person, so I honestly don't know if I have to be the one to directly tell you.
Yes, you do, so tell me. Get to the point before I lose my patience.
Okay, you're right, fine. This is wasting my time too, so I might as well get it over with. Well, she'll be divorcing you.
What? No, this doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, I think it makes plenty of sense to me.
Do you think I really believe your lies? You're making this all up.
I have never once lied to you over the course of our entire relationship.
I'm not gonna believe you. Where is this even coming from in the first place?
But it's true though. Unlike you, Catherine has a good head on her shoulders. She told me that she doesn't appreciate how rude you are towards not only me, but Maxwell as well. She and her friends are in disbelief at how you treat us. You're not very popular with the crowd at the moment. They think your attachment to Mary is super weird too, by the way.
Oh, you guys, you're all overreacting. You're thinking too deeply into everything. I was just messing with you guys, so get over it already. This isn't funny. What are we talking about divorce for? About breaking up as a family?
Believe me, Catherine was pretty hesitant too. I mean, having a divorce at her old age so late in her life? At this point, she almost felt like she should just be there for the long haul and forget about filing for divorce. I mean, you two have also been married for so long now, and dividing assets and whatnot will definitely be a pain. But she realized that she had had enough. No, we've all had more than enough.
Enough? Enough of what? What did I do to make you so upset, you sniveling crybaby? You're just an ungrateful brat. You don't care about everything I've sacrificed for you?
Like what, exactly? Seriously, please enlighten me. In what world have you done anything for me?
I tolerated your existence. I allowed you to marry Misty, even though I didn't want such a horrible man like you in my family. I took one look at you and immediately saw you for the troublemaker you were, but let her marry you anyway. Which was the biggest mistake of my entire life, clearly, because what is this whole mess?
You say you tolerated my existence, but you weren't really doing me a favor in that regard. You complained and tormented me all the while. Is that really tolerating me? Not to mention how you kicked me out in the end anyway. So much for tolerance, am I right?
That's it. You're just complaining because you got kicked out of the house and you were humiliated by me. That's why you're all so bitter and ready to ruin my life.
You seem to be misunderstanding something.
And what exactly would that be?
I wasn't just humiliated. Do you know how much it hurt my feelings?
Same difference.
And it's not only me. Maxwell was crying all night for days. Who kicks their family out without their permission or not even a heads up? Plus, you touched our stuff without asking and threw them away. What maniac even does that anyway, let alone to a child? You literally told us it wasn't your problem.
Oh, shut up. Even if I had given you a heads up, what would you have actually done, huh? I already know your disobedient streak. You probably wouldn't have listened anyway. So I had no choice. I needed to save my energy. But as for you, you just had to go and snitch on me to my own wife. There was no reason for you to do that.
No, you're not special. I also had to do what I had to do. My only regret is that I felt bad about having to interrupt all her fun that she was having with her friends. She's a kind person who deserves all the good things in the world, and I hated having to rain on her parade. But I had to tell her everything. It was an emergency. Still, I did apologize, and luckily she forgave me.
But Mary is an amazing actor. How could Catherine believe you over her? That makes no sense. There's no way you could have been more convincing than her.
Oh, yes, she did tell me that she'd received a call from Mary not long before I contacted her.
See? But then this really doesn't make any sense. Why is this all happening? You must have done something, didn't you?
Yes, I did something.
Huh.
That being, I told the truth. And I mentioned this to you before, but I've never once lied to you over the course of my entire marriage with Misty. And just like I thought, I had nothing to worry about because I was right. Catherine did know the kind of person I really was, and she knew something was off. But even then, Mary already had the reputation of being an untrustworthy liar. She was infamous for it. Catherine never trusted her once.
No way.
It seems like her acting skills weren't as good as you thought they were, huh?
Oh my God, so she's never coming back? Ever again? No, let me talk to her. I refuse to believe a word of this. This is all just way too ridiculous. I won't trust a word you say unless I hear it directly from her mouth.
Yep, you got it. She's not coming back. You can choose not to believe me, but I'm telling the truth, and time will eventually reveal that to you. Oh, I suppose I'll say that the only exception is that she might be coming over to pack her personal belongings and talk about the divorce. But other than that, I am definitely telling the truth. Oh, but don't worry, I do have some good news.
What? What is it now?
She said that the house you're living in now is all yours. She won't bother trying to cling to it, even though she was the one who paid it off. So that means you get to keep the whole thing. Lucky you, huh? If she had challenged you in a court about it, you would have wound up on the streets for sure. Plus, you don't have to spend money on moving fees nor go through the effort of packing up and leaving the house.
What? But we were talking about remodeling the house since it was getting old. We live in a good area, and it was just that our house was a little run down, so our plans were to remodel the house, sell it, and then move into a nice condo together to live out our twilight years.
Oh, how lovely.
But I guess that's all down the drain then.
Yep, looks like it. Sorry, pal.
But what are we gonna do now? No, what am I gonna do now? Now, what's gonna happen from now on?
Whoa, hey there, just calm down some. Well, you guys were together for like 35 years, so I bet it's hard to imagine being left by your wife. She was the one who actually earned most of the money in the relationship too, right? And it's not like you currently work at all either. Plus, you don't really know how to do the household chores, so it seems like you really are in trouble now. Well, if you go back to having a normal job, you might be able to claim Social Security on top of retirement.
Retirement? But I'm still 55 years old. I have like 11 more years before I can really try claiming anything. What am I supposed to do during that time? I don't have a job. Catherine's been taking care of everything all these years over the course of our marriage, and now I'm suddenly supposed to just fend for myself? No, she can't just stop and leave me with nothing.
Hey, look on the bright side.
What bright side?
Well, you have it easier than me. When you kicked me out of the house, you didn't leave me with anything. You didn't even give me time to be looking for my next place to live. But you'll at least be keeping your house. And everyone knows it's easier to find a job when you already have a place to live. So how about you go do that before your savings run out?
But I have to have Mary taken care of, and I thought Catherine would be helping Mary take care of her baby. I can't do any of this on my own. It's not fair. I'm not supposed to be relegated to a glorified babysitter. And yet, even after she gave birth, she's still eating a ton and our food bills are going through the roof every month. We're gonna run out of our savings. She's been forcing Anthony onto me too while she sits on the couch and sleeps all day. I could excuse it during her pregnancy, but it's really hard to justify it now. I have my hands full just trying to take care of them. Even if I wanted to, there is no way I can handle a normal job on top of that. Hell, I barely have any time for myself these days. Oh, I'm having a really tough time.
Oh, poor you. So she is just a couch potato, like I said. Seems like nothing has changed much at all.
Oh, don't laugh at me.
Oh, but wait, so Mary's still living with you? It's been 3 months since she gave birth, right? So why won't she go back to your son? He's her husband, right?
Well, about that. She said she'd rather stay with us since she doesn't want to work as a typical housewife. She doesn't like doing the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry. What our son wants to do, she doesn't. They have all sorts of disagreements. Not that I blame Mary, though.
You don't seem to want to blame her for many things, even though she's not really your daughter. But isn't she a stay-at-home housewife? Isn't doing housework and chores something that she's supposed to be doing? Like, it's one thing if she also has a job, but doing stuff around the house is kind of the whole point of being a stay-at-home housewife, isn't it?
If she doesn't want to do it, then so be it. But my son, I thought I taught him better than this, but apparently he got all angry and yelled at her, telling her not to come back ever again. Oh, he is such a horrible little man.
Oh, so are you gonna disown him too then?
Well, I just don't understand how anyone could be so cold towards a woman. I could never.
To be honest, I think your son made the right call.
Excuse me?
I think it was the right decision to kick her out if she refuses to cooperate with him. Marriage requires teamwork. If you want to expect it to last long, you have to put it in a mutual effort. It can't be one-sided, or else it'll crumble. And Mary is a grown woman. She's a mother who is still trying to act like a spoiled brat, and you know it. And you keep coddling her anyway, even though she isn't even your blood-related daughter. But you treat her better than any other member of the family? Why is that? That is just so weird. Honestly, at this point, this is your own fault she turned out this way.
Excuse me?
She got too comfortable with you spoiling her and treating her like a princess.
Mind your own goddamn business and I'll mind mine. Got it? Anyway, where are you guys even living right now? Let me come over.
I would rather die than let you come over here.
Don't be shy. Give me the address.
Never gonna happen, old man.
Honestly, after thinking through it some, I feel like I don't mind living with you after all. So, let's start over. I'll even make a peace offering if that's what you want from me.
Are you kidding me? I don't want anything from you except for you to never come back into our lives ever again. Besides, you were the one who kicked us out because you didn't want to live with us anymore. Not only that, but you literally just told me to mind my own business, and now you're suddenly saying that you want to move in? I cannot believe the audacity. You're an extremely entitled man, do you know that? There is no way I'll ever be telling you where we live.
No way, you have to.
No, I don't want to live with you. Plus, I need to protect my son from an evil man like you.
Oh, don't be so bitter, we're family.
Oh, so now you think you can pull that card on me when it's convenient for you? You mistreated my son. Do you understand? I can never forgive you for that. I can't believe you'd act like this. I don't want my son to be around someone like you. You'd be a bad influence on him, and I couldn't bear him becoming anything like a horrible man like you. You should be happy and just live with Mary and your cute newborn grandson, your first grandson, and enjoy life as you approach your twilight years. Honestly, when I put it like that, it really doesn't sound that bad at all now, does it? Surround yourself with people you love. I think that is something everyone should strive for in life, right?
No, Anthony won't stop crying. He barfs on me all the time.
Yep, babies certainly do that.
And Mary never changes his diapers.
Oof, sounds like a problem you might need to talk out with her.
I feel like I'm about to scream out my lungs.
Might I suggest a pillow?
No, shut up, that isn't funny. Stop making fun of me. She's making me do all the cooking, the housework, and taking care of Anthony. She's nothing but a couch potato right now.
Didn't I warn you?
There's no joy in my life right now. This is ridiculous.
Oh, but you called him an angel just moments ago. Plus, you can't blame the baby for crying. It's basically their job to cry. Just look on the bright side. It means they're healthy. You should be more worried if he wasn't crying.
Oh, screw him. It'd be better for me if he didn't cry.
Oh, but shouldn't you be more understanding? I mean, you used to have 2 young children in your household, right?
Yeah, but Catherine was the one who took care of them.
Huh, that's interesting. Well, I guess that checks out. I wouldn't have been surprised if you hadn't been an absent father. No wonder Catherine didn't have too many problems with divorcing you, aside from how long she decided she could tolerate you for.
Besides, I heard from Catherine herself. They were a couple of good kids who barely cried. It's just that Anthony is choosing to be a little insufferable brat.
He's not choosing to do anything. He's just doing what babies do. Anyways, you guys can do whatever you want for the rest of your lives, but just take care of the baby, okay? That's the bare minimum. The poor thing didn't ask to be born to a couch potato, nor did he ask to have such a heartless grandpa, but sometimes that's just the cards we're dealt in life. But no matter what, I know that child is innocent, and I can only pray that he won't turn out to be anything like you two.
If you're so passionate about babies, why don't you take care of him instead? You can be our babysitter.
No, thank you. In case you forgot, but I have a 6-year-old to be taken care of, and I want to prioritize taking care of my own child, thank you very much. And Mary should learn to do the same.
Fine, let's give Mary some independence so she can just learn a thing or two then. So, I'm gonna be moving out of this house to go and live with you guys. So tell me your address. I don't care if it's a dumpster fire, I just don't want to be stuck here with a couch potato and her crying son all by myself.
Oh, please don't call our place a dumpster fire. We're living in a high-rise condo by the beautiful ocean, and trust me, there's nothing better than this.
A high-rise condo? Are you serious? That was my dream. I told you before, we were planning to sell our house so we could buy one and everything. I've always talked about living in one with Catherine.
I'm just kidding. It's not a high-rise condo.
What the hell? Why are you messing with me? Do you think that this is funny?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see your reaction. Okay, so we're not living in a high-rise condo or anything, but we did purchase an equally as nice house near the beach. It's in a really nice neighborhood. There's a large park within a 10-minute walk and a grocery store even closer than that. And the best part of all of this is that we're far, far away from the likes of you.
Wow.
You know, you were right.
About what?
It does feel really nice to not have some stranger trying to live it up in your home.
Oh, you're the worst. How can you act so cold towards me after I let you into our family?
It is exactly what you said to us when Maxwell and I were living with you. If you thought that was cold for me to say, then how about you, considering you said it to us in the first place?
Well, I had an excuse. I was under a lot of pressure and stress, that's all.
Uh-huh. And so was I. Hence why it's such a relief to finally get you out of our hair once and for all.
So, that's it then? Catherine really won't be coming back home?
Exactly. I'm glad you're finally understanding now. By the way, her lawyers should be contacting you any day now, so make sure you're prepared for that. Anyway, I have to go now. I have a lot to be doing, like actually taking care of my own child. But it was so nice to finally catch up with you again, Daniel. I wish you nothing but the best.
Wait, hold on. You can't leave me to deal with all this crap by myself.
Oh, but I can. Watch me.
I don't even have any money, though. Please, you can't leave me.
Well, you should have thought about that before you became poor, huh? Anyway, that's not my problem since we're not family anymore. Goodbye.
I'm sorry for everything, really. I'll never do it again. Please, this was a learning moment for me. I promise I'll do better, I swear. So let's live together as one big happy family, huh? I'll even help you out with the household chores. Oh, and I'll even take care of Maxwell too. For free, even. I mean, he is my grandson after all, and I love him to death, as any grandfather should. Okay, so please respond. Text me back. Jordan, please.
So a lot of interesting things happened after that. The whole situation was bad enough as it was, but as it turns out, it even gets worse. Mary had been cheating on Robert, Misty's brother, this whole time, and apparently that baby of hers didn't even belong to Robert. It was a big shock to Misty and me, but Robert told us that he had been suspecting it this entire time. That's why he had eventually ordered some DNA tests, to which Mary had protested to, and got samples that confirmed that the baby wasn't even his. So much about Daniel getting his first real grandson, huh? In the end, that grandson of his had absolutely no blood ties with his own family. Not saying that you have to be related by blood to consider each other your family, but that was something that seemed to matter a lot to Daniel. Regardless, our business with Daniel and Mary was now done, so Misty and I decided to block their numbers. Also, as it turns out, the father of Mary's child had actually been a married man. Shocker! So, of course, that man wound up getting divorced, but he refused to pay Mary any child support by disappearing off the face of the planet. I suppose that's one way of getting out of paying what you owe. Maybe he wound up in Argentina. As for Mary, she didn't exactly have that luxury. She's being sued by the other guy's wife for breaking up their marriage. Apparently, she's purposely dragging out the legal battle to bleed Mary dry of all of her money in legal fees. And now she had to pay everything out of pocket since she didn't get any in alimony since it was proven that she cheated. And obviously, since Robert wasn't the actual father, he wouldn't be needing to pay any child support. But that might have been no skin off Mary's nose, because she was going to dump all the responsibility onto Daniel anyway, resume her life of being a couch potato. Anyhow, after Catherine got settled down and comfortable living at our place, she finally filed for divorce after contacting her lawyer. Of course, Daniel wound up giving us all a hard time, refusing to sign the papers and conveniently being out of the house every time we tried to contact him. But eventually, we had him centered. The lawyers Catherine had hired were very good at their job after all. And after a lot of pushing, he finally gave in. And as Catherine had promised, she let him keep the house she had spent years paying off. He wasn't awfully grateful about it, to be sure, though. The house was getting on in years, and he didn't have the money to do any repairs or remodeling work the way that he'd been hoping to prior to the divorce. In my opinion, though, he should have been thanking his lucky stars that he got anything at all. And Mary got what she desired as well. She didn't want to do the household chores at home anymore. Fine, then she would never be allowed home ever again. Hence why her husband divorced her. But fortunately, her innocent child didn't have to suffer because of his irresponsible parents. You see, even though the father had disappeared off the face of the planet, it seemed he came from a family of decent people. When they had heard of his illegitimate child and how irresponsible the mother was, they took it upon themselves to take custody over it and raise it as their own. Some people might be surprised to even hear me talking about the kid, considering it's not even mine, but I am not heartless, which is more than I can say for Daniel. I don't believe a child should suffer the sins of its parents, and I really was truly worried for her baby. I didn't want it to be taken care of by such evil people, so I was glad to hear that things turned out for the better in that way. Now, with Daniel and Mary now living alone together, the one thing they don't have to worry about is shelter. But they have to worry about literally everything else, like the piles of debt they were under now. As if having to pay up in legal fees wasn't enough, it turned out that Mary already had a ton of debt to pay off. She eventually couldn't afford to keep putting it off anymore, so now she's working day and night to try and pay it all off. But of course, that's hardly putting a dent in their financial situation. Especially because Daniel hasn't actually been able to go back to work. He is physically unable to. He'd actually hurt his back by taking care of the baby for the past 3 months and is now resting, or rather being forced to rest by his own body, because he is literally not able to move from the bed at the moment. According to Catherine, he apparently keeps trying to text her to beg us for help since Mary hasn't been taking care of him at all. Of course, we decline every time. We have our own lives to be taken care of now, and we should always put our own families first, right? We don't have time for strangers. I felt bad, not for them, but for how toxic their relationship had become. I guess it's always been weirdly toxic anyway, though. Maxwell's been doing great, on the other hand. I've never seen him happier. He smiles so much more now that we moved out of their house. I think our home life had really been affecting him, so I'm glad that we were able to finally get out of that terrible situation. I hope to continue living happily together with my real family from now on.